Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Sugar Reactions here, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing the Apple review.
Apple event recap, baby. It's September, which means it's Techtember, which means it's iPhone season.
Which means it's copy and paste season. Let's go!
Which actually this year wasn't so much copy and paste, so I'm curious to see his reactions. He hasn't seen any of the new phones yet.
I don't care. But
let's
anyway,
get into it. Here we go. So, it's their annual event. They had lots to talk about. I'm gonna just come out and say that the watches were boring. The only thing that was interesting was the AirPods and the iPhones. But let's get started.
Let's see the iPhone.
First of all, we got, okay, we'll get right into the gate. I'll put some pictures on the screen. We got iPhone 17 Pro. So this is what it looks like. I'll put pictures on the screen. It's an all-new unibody aluminum design. So the titanium that they've done for the past few years, gone, reverting back to aluminum. Why? For heating. There's been heating issues with the 15 and 16 Pros, and I could speak to that because sometimes, literally when I'm doing an update, now I know when you're doing updates, it's a lot. There's just sometimes at random, when I'm doing a task on my phone, it just starts to overheat. Like, come on, I have the 16 Pro Max and it's overheating. It's a joke. So they addressed that, which I'm happy. Not just with this, but they also put vapor chamber cooling in the phone. Vapor chamber cooling, that. It's basically like there's a little chamber along the battery in the back of the phone that allows airflow through, and it spreads the heat out throughout the whole phone, so that's not just in one spot. It spreads the heat out so it can dissipate and cool off before it reaches the surface. And aluminum is much more better for thermals than titanium. Titanium keeps heat in. Aluminum lets it escape, which is good. They're using A19 Pro. Whatever, a little bit of a boost. The design is different. Obviously, the camera bump has been extended the whole width of the phone.
That's just stupid.
They did that because of the cameras. They wanted more space to make the telephoto camera improved. Now we have all three 48 megapixel fusion cameras.
How much you want to bet they're going to add a fourth camera?
So they probably won't, but who knows. Basically, you're going to get 48 megapixels in all three cameras. You get from 0.5x, which is the ultra wide, all the way to 8x. So you got up to 8x zoom now. It's a little bit different than the way we had with 5x. So there's no more 5x. It's 1x, 2x, I think there's a 3x, I don't remember, 4x and 8x optical zoom. 4x is at 48 megapixels. 8x is 12 megapixels. So they did a little bit of a, they kind of like skimped out a little bit. I don't know if they would, if you caught this. Basically, you won't get 48 megapixel photos at 8x optical zoom because it's not really 8x optical zoom. So now it's 4x optical zoom, just cropped in to 12 megapixels to make it 8x. So you're not losing resolution at 8x, because most people take photos at 12 megapixels anyways. I don't even use 48 megapixels. You're only really supposed to use 48 megapixels when you want really high resolution photos. So they're basically just taking the telephoto lens and cropping it in. That's why it's a fusion camera. That's how they get the 1x, the 2x, and the 3x. They're taking the regular camera and just keep cropping it in because it's a 48 megapixel lens. That's how it works.
This just seems like a waste of time. Like, why?
It's an aluminum unibody design, like I mentioned before, which means that it's not like this bump used to be glass. It's not glass anymore, and that's why you have this cutout here. So this all around the phone, everywhere, is made out of aluminum. Used to be where the sides were aluminum and the back was all glass, including the bump. Now the bump is all aluminum. So when you, we'll do this in the unboxing, but if you rub on this here, it's all aluminum. It's one piece enclosure. It's all one big piece. It's not like glass on top of aluminum meshed and glued together. It's all one piece, which will make it tougher. But in order to keep wireless charging and MagSafe and wireless charging does not work through metal. It works through glass. So in order to do that, they had to do this cutout. It's an interesting design. That's also probably why they extended the camera module. It kind of like looks like a two-piece thing going on. I don't know. It's a little bit of an interesting design. It only comes in these three colors, which is, a lot of people hate that there's no black this year. I never get black. I always get a color. I love blue. I always want blue. That's all I care for. I'm happy with blue. This orange, some people like it, some people hate it. I'm not a fan.
This is so dumb. How much is this going for?
It's the same thing it's always been. There's no price increase, which is good, but it's $2,000 for... No, it starts at $1,500. They improved ceramic shield. There's a new anti-scratch coating on the front and anti-reflective coating. So it's way... We're going to test this in the sun compared to the 16. Way more anti-reflective. And I'm not scratching a new phone, so we're not scratch testing it. Selfies are different this year. So... You know how when you go to take a selfie and you want to fit more people into the frame, you turn the phone sideways and hold it sideways because of the way the camera sensor is. Why do people turn their phone sideways? Because the camera sensor is a rectangle. It's like this, skinny and long. So if you want to make the frame wider, you have to turn the phone and make the rectangle this way so you get more space. What did they do this year? They took it into something that no phone manufacturer has ever done. They made the sensor perfect square. Perfect, no abnormalities. It's complete square. And the way it works now is you don't have to turn your phone anymore to take a wider angle when you want to take selfies. You can hold it straight up and it's just the exact same as if you turn it sideways. You don't have to turn it sideways anymore. You hold it straight up and they baked AI into the camera app where now AI will basically detect when there's another person in the frame and it'll zoom it out and it'll make the frame wider and it'll fit everyone in the frame. Perfect. So you don't have to turn your phone in.
How many people can fit in this?
They have dual capture video now, so you can capture the front and the back at the same time. I don't know what you would use that for. I won't be using that. But basically, like in this video, as you can see, the more people that come in, the more it zooms out.
How many people can join?
I don't know. We'll have to test it.
I'm gonna try 15 people.
We don't have access to 15 people, but basically he'll just go further and further to the side and see how far he can go until he's cut off. And then we'll compare that to the 16 to see how far he's cut off when I'm holding it this way, and you'll see the difference. It's a cool feature. A lot of people are going to like this.
Battery life.
That's a big thing this year. Battery life. The biggest step they've ever taken in battery life. The biggest battery any smartphone in the world has. 5,088 milliamp hours. I know that's just a number to you, but last year, on the 16 Pro Max, peak battery life was 33 hours. Now it's 39 hours. And they're taking out the SIM card tray in more countries, including where we are in Canada, so these phones will not have a SIM card tray. It's a cool phone. We'll be testing it out for you.
It's alright.
Then we got the first of its kind iPhone Air. This is going to be a fun one. I can't wait to hold this in my hands. It's an engineering masterpiece. Thinnest phone Apple's ever made, and it's got the A19 Pro. I can't believe they packed that into this. It's only got one camera, but it's not just one camera. It's two cameras in one, fusion camera. So you get 1x, 2x, and I believe 3x.
This screams.
Now,
Sucks.
they said, oh, you'll get all-day battery life. I don't believe it for a second. You cut the phone thickness in almost half of the 17 Pro. The battery is smaller than the 17 and 16. It's a really thin phone. I don't believe the battery life is going to be that good. Now, in order for them to make the battery life decent enough, they have to cut out the SIM card tray in all countries, even the EU. Even China, which doesn't even have any carriers that support eSIM. So they're opening up a whole different market in China just to bring the phone to China. It's a whole thing. There's no SIM card in any country with this phone.
Titanium frame.
It's got titanium. It's got glossy sides, which is what stainless steel look like. But look how thin that is. Even the port on the bottom. It literally takes up the whole phone.
I will tell you this much.
We'll be testing it out to see how it is. But the engineering masterpiece that they did
It's
with
a
this,
masterpiece. Look at the words he's using.
the
The vocabulary.
engineering design inside. Usually, the logic board, the chips, the phone, brains of the phone are on the middle of it, in the middle. This, with how thin it was, they wanted to make the battery as big as possible, so there was no room in the phone to put the internals. What do? They do what's called the plateau. This camera bump houses the internals, the chip, the brains, everything of the
This
phone.
screams problems.
Houses this. It's an engineering masterpiece. There might be some problems. We're not gonna bend test it. You're gonna have to find
This
another video for that.
Screams problems. Screams.
They're trying something new because so far with their iPhones and other designs aside from the Pro has flopped. They tried the iPhone mini. That didn't do that great. It was okay, but it didn't do great. Then they tried, okay, let's go for the Plus. So then they made the 16 Plus.
Plus.
It was the least selling phone of all 4
It
iPhones.
sucks. That's what it is.
So they said, we're not doing a 17 Plus or a 17 mini this year. We're doing iPhone 17, 17 Pro, and 17 Pro Max. And in the middle, we're going to offer iPhone Air. First of its kind. It's in between. It's bigger than the 17, but smaller than the 17 Pro.
It's a masterpiece. First of its kind. It's generational.
Actually,
Folks,
I think it's a little bit bigger than the 17.
go buy it now. It's the most rip-off phone of the universe. iPhone Air. That's going to have a bunch of problems because we don't care. Welcome to Apple. That rhymed.
That's his take.
That's rhymed, bro. That was great.
The 17 was also released, but most people will buy this phone because for the price that you're getting it at, it's a bang for your buck. $11.29.
A bang for your buck.
And I'll explain why. So it looks the same as last year's with just different colors, but it's got ProMotion now, which was a pro feature they brought down, which costs more. It costs more to manufacture and get 120 Hz displays, and they didn't increase the cost of the 17. They also added, I believe both lenses are 48 megapixel. I don't know if that was the same last year or not. Better battery life, a few better internals. So they brought center stage, which could have been a pro feature.
Okay,
for this phone.
This is what I like, Apple. This is why
There you
I
go,
like
48 megapixel dual fusion camera. So both lenses are 48 megapixels, just like the Pro. They bought the A19 chip, which is a faster chip.
See, Apple, you don't have to charge an arm and a leg $1,400 for the same crap.
Most people will get this phone. They brought the anti-reflective and anti-scratch coating, Ceramic Shield 2, which is a stronger display. Like most Pro features are on this phone, minus the telephoto camera, a bigger battery, a little bit of a better chip, and even the bezels got thinner on this phone. Last year the bezels were thicker and the Pro were thinner bezels.
Listen, this is what
It's
I
got
like.
camera control.
Do this with the same concept as the Apple 17
It's $600
Pro.
less than the Pro.
Yeah, $600 less than the Pro. Buy this phone. If you're gonna buy a Pro phone this year, which I don't suggest
Honestly,
you
the
do,
17
buy this phone.
is a great deal.
The great bang for your buck. $1,100. You know, I've never saw that before, but this is a great bang for your buck.
But
Forget the
you
iPhone
can probably
17
get
Pro.
carrier deals with your carrier or whoever.
Let's see what else they have.
They released new watches.
see
Apple
this.
Watch Series 11, SE3, and Ultra 3. Literally, you don't even have to click anything. The difference is, the Ultra now has satellite connectivity. Great. The Series 11 now supports 5G. Great. And it's got hypertension warnings and blood pressure, I think, monitoring. Very minor new features. If you have a watch, you're fine keeping it. If you have like a Series 3 or 4, then yeah, you upgrade. But if you have anything north of Series 6 or 7, you
Don't buy
really
this.
don't need to upgrade. Apple Watch SE3 got quite the upgrade. You got always on display now, faster refresh rates, faster chip. It's still not as big as the Series 11, but at the end of the day, like, I have the Ultra 1. Am I upgrading the Ultra 3? No, it's $1,000 phone, $1,000 watch.
I don't even know.
I'm keeping this watch until it's literally falling off my arm and broken into pieces. Like, that's
I'm
when
sorry.
changing. It's been a great watch. I love the Ultra. I'm not saying anything negative about it, but the changes this year was literally all I heard was new watch faces, which I'll probably get with watchOS 26, satellite connectivity, hypertension warnings, and a faster chip. Like, I need that.
$1,000, folks. $1,100. You love to
But
see
lately,
it.
the Apple Watches have been flops because there's no reason to upgrade. Like, unless you're coming from a 5-year-old model,
What you need to
you don't
do
need to upgrade.
is
There's
make a
been
new
no
design.
major redesigns.
You know
is
what
that
you want?
coming, man?
Listen, I have it. You can take this idea, Apple. Ready for this idea?
Okay, go ahead.
iPhone on the watch. Literally.
This isn't
A bigger watch face.
Oh, he reads like this big.
Like big watch face. New design, new interior, new everything. Bigger watch face. I'm talking like an iPhone on your wrist. That's what I'm talking about.
The only
That's
other
the ultimate flex, okay? The ultimate flex is a bigger watch
you know how
face.
much they're gonna charge? Probably $2,000.
I swear to God, that better be $1,100.
The only other thing that was announced at this event was AirPods Pro 3, which I will be acquiring because I'm very interested to hear the sound quality of these. They redesigned the shape of it. It's slightly different because they did a study. They did 3D scans of over hundreds of thousands of ears. I know it sounds funny.
Ears.
They scanned all kinds of people's ears to get as many ear shapes as possible to construct and design an AirPod that would fit as many people. Because so many people complain, even myself complain, that I always have to push it in because it starts to feel like it's gonna fall out. So I'm very excited to try and see how well these fit. They now come in 5 ear tip sizes, and they've redesigned the ear tips. They're made out of foam now, so it's going to be a little bit better for noise cancellation. They're claiming the noise cancellation on this is 2 times better than the last generation and 4 times better than the first generation. We'll see how that stands up in our tests.
Yeah. Anyway,
the sound quality's improved. They have a new airflow in the AirPods to keep them nice and cool and not overheat, and they have a heart rate sensor on it now, right there. Put a heart rate sensor on it. I guess if you don't own an Apple Watch and you want to use your AirPods for workouts to track your heart rate and some metrics, you can do it in your ears now for $300. So there you go, and it pairs with your phone. But I have a watch, so that feature is meaningless to me.
Anyway,
most people have Apple Watches. Other than that,
especially if you're
iOS
Apple
26, macOS Tahoe, iPadOS 26, watchOS 26, the works are coming out on September 15th.
The works. It's revolutionary. It's the
glass.
once of its kind.
Liquid glass, which I can't show because my location's on, so you're gonna see it if I show my iPad. But it's on iPadOS 26. I've been beta testing it. It's been amazing.
It's the
You're
one
gonna
of
love
its
it.
kind.
I suggest you update.
One of its kind, folks. Get ready. You're gonna see revolutionary products on the market, folks. One of its kind. The best product in the universe. Welcome to the Apple.
And if you're a teacher or a student in college, or here's a secret, you don't have to be because they don't verify you. There's an Apple Education Store, and they currently have an offer. If you buy an iPad or a Mac, you get free AirPods. Now, you only get the AirPods 4 for free. If you want the AirPods Pro 3, you need to pay an extra $80 because they only give you $250 value. These are Canadian prices, by the way. But regardless, that's $250 savings. I'm going to pay $80 for a pair of AirPods. That's a steal. And you don't have to be a teacher or student. They say you do, but they don't verify it in any way. I don't know why.
They're gonna verify it now because these had.
Who knows? But regardless, I am a student, so
anyway,
I'll accept the offer. Thank you very much, Apple.
That's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed all the Apple.
Stay tuned for our reviews. We're going to be unboxing the 17 Air and the 17 Pro Max. We're going to get the AirPods. Unfortunately, I can't put them on your ears and test them for you, but I can tell you how they sound because I have AirPods Pro 2. And as well, we're going to be doing some tests with the iPhones. Can't wait to test it out. Stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.